this to a best of 5 up against an undefeated team like GW. Maybe they end up falling tonight. Maybe they pull their first loss. We'll see what Catholic brings to the table.
Well, Joey, chat has our predictions. I want to know what chat's predictions are. If you're in chat, go ahead and type us your predictions for this matchup between George Washington and Catholic University of America's white team. We want to know what you think. Who's going to go ahead and take home this series? Will George Washington remain undefeated, or will Catholic white give them their first loss of the season? And it's Stengel striking first for George Washington. Just 26 seconds in, GW on the board.
That's one way to get the job done early on, John. Just about 30 seconds into this one, GW striking first, finding first blood. Again, there's a lot of Rocket League left to be played here, not only in Game 1, but throughout this series. But GW coming out and showing why they're undefeated, showing they're going to be aggressive early on, showing they're going to get the job done when it comes to the goals category. And at least so far here in Game 1, they've been able to get their first one on the board.
Now Kale through midfield, can't hold on to possession. Six can't get there, and Bear will score for Catholic White. Evens this series up 1 apiece, 4:15 to go.
And that's the answer we want to see from this Catholic White side. Again, we saw it in week 1 and week 2. I can't say that enough. They looked really good in those first 2 weeks. It was just last week, and it could have just been a little bit of a bloop on the radar. If they can bring it out and be aggressive like we saw in those first couple weeks, this one could go very back and forth. We could see a lot of goals between these two teams, and we could eventually see a best of 5.
Shot back post from Sticks. Kale is there. GW starting to press. Stengel goes up, can't get the angle, but picks up full boost instead. Not out of danger. It Sticks on the back post, and GW have their lead back. It is 3 quick goals for all teams involved. It's 2-1 GW.
GW Sticks finding a way to get that one into the goal, John. That was tough. It looked like Catholic White was going to be able to defend there. Sticks able to just pop it over the head or the top of the car of the defender in the end, sliding that one in for that second goal for GW.
Sticks getting the clearance for GW, looking to go on the attack once again, wanting to expand that lead. They're not satisfied with one, and the shot will go just wide. GW starting to press a little bit more. Kale will pick it back up, plays it through midfield. Nick having to rotate over quick, picks up full boost. Can't get it over Scheme, but it's going to be Sticks once again. And GW double their advantage, now up by 2. It's 3-1, George Washington.
Scheme with a beautiful pass over there, and Stick going up. Sticks needs to go aerial there, or else there's going to be an easy save coming out for Catholic White. Sticks goes up aerially, finds the angle he needs, and then eventually dunks that one in for a third goal. GW 3-1, 3:30 left to go here in Game 1.
Out Scheme into the corner, looking for more, looking to go back post, can't get the angle. We'll take Bear out in retaliation for missing the shot. It's Kale looking to get it out, but Sticks will take down Nick as well. Double demos for George Washington on Catholic. Kale will play it back in. They have a chance here. The follow-up, and it's good for Bear. It's a 1-goal game. Catholic White striking. It's Bear.
Nice stuff here. Sticks pouring that one out. Kale turning it around for the misdirection, and then Bear swiping down on it from above to find the second goal. 3-2 GW still in the lead, but Catholic clawing their way back.
Face-off ball played into the corner. Scheme is back, going aerial through the air, looking for the last touch. Nick gets there first. We'll play it down, not out of danger. It Sticks from Scheme. Under 3 minutes to go, and George Washington has doubled their advantage now, 4-2 over Catholic White.
Yeah, Nick trying to clear that one out. Unfortunately, instead of finding the clearance he was looking for, he ends up finding Sticks, who ends up turning the ball back around and into the goal of Catholic White. GW now 4-2, doubling the lead there over Catholic White. 2:56 left to go here in Game 1.
Kale into the corner, gets a clearance through midfield. It's Kale going on the attack now. Picks up full boost, but Sticks gets back in time. Good rotation there. It's Scheme looking to play it down to Stengel. Can't get there. Bear is there first. Still have the opportunity as they pick possession back up. George Washington looking to get goal number 5. Scheme looking for that last touch. Just misplays it. Follow up with Sticks. Kale looking for the clearance for Catholic. Puts it off the ceiling. Looking for Bear. The ball bounces in. Catholic in danger here real quick. The pressure is coming from GW. The backflip shot won't go. Stengel the follow-up, deflected wide. Centering opportunity, and it's Bear with the clearance. That might have a chance. It's going to drop down, but Sticks gets back in time. Now it's Catholic starting to press. Stengel trying to come up and clear the zone. Nick and Bear dropping back. Ball's played into the defensive corner. Kale now off the side wall through midfield, looking for Bear. The shot under hits the crossbar. My goodness, what a save by Stengel. That could have been a goal to pull it back within one. Great rotation and even better save.
Yeah, really good plays coming out from both sides. GW in the lead by 2, but overall, both teams finding shots, both teams finding great opportunities. Not too many falling in this last minute here, but about a minute 30 left to go for Catholic to try to find 2 more and equalize here in game 1.
Stengel's shot looking at bouncing off the ground. Bear is there for the save. Easily turned aside. Now Nick going on the attack into the corner. Looks to play it around. The centering feed will be too high. Will be played into the corner. Stengel with the clearance back through midfield. It sticks. Bear goes up to challenge and gets the better, but the follow-up shot from Stengel will go. GW 5, Catholic White 2.
That is such a big goal there. Bear once again trying to get the clearance, and it seems to be a theme for Catholic White. Barely missing out on a couple of these clearances, and then they end up getting turned around the other way, and it ends up resulting in either a wide open goal or a pretty open net where GW is able to find the shot. In the end, they find a goal here as well. 5-2, about a minute left to go, up by 3.
Ball played off the backboard. Catholic has 1 minute. Try to turn the tides here in game 1. Team picks up another big save now through midfield. GW's on the attack once again. Scheme looking to center the feed to Sticks. Kale with a beautiful block. Now Scheme off the side wall. Puts on the undercarriage, looking to finesse it down. Kale is there. Bear off the side wall, looking for Kale, will play deep into the corner. Now it's Bear. 34 boost, looking for the drop down. Beautiful rotation for George Washington. They have a chance here. Six gets it on target, but Scheme just accidentally touches the ball, but it's fine. Stengel with cleanup duty still makes it 6-2 for George Washington.
Yeah, that is just a troll play. I don't know if it was intentionally meant to be one, but what a mistake made by GW. In the end, Stengel was able to wrap it back up and find the goal, but a little bit of miscommunication there. That jump ended up possibly costing them a goal. Again, it did in turn eventually end up in that goal, but a little bit costly there as well. 6-2, 15 seconds left. GW in the lead here, but Sticks is going to tally on another one, so now it becomes 7-2. GW up by 5, 13 seconds left to go. John, so far in game 1, it looked pretty close early on, but GW really running away with it in the final minutes.
Yeah, they're taking their ball and they're taking it straight to the back of the net for Catholic White. Just unable to stop the just barrage of goals and shots from George Washington. 10 seconds to go, and Catholic White's going to have to look forward to game 2 as Stengel. Stengel likes even numbers, makes it 8-2. Now over Catholic White, 7 seconds to go. And Joey, really, this Catholic White team, you know, we've seen what they've been able to do in weeks past. This is definitely not one of their best performances here. Definitely looking for that game 2 reset for Catholic White. But I mean, if you're Catholic White and you're seeing this kind of performance from George Washington, like, what do you do to try to stop this three-headed monster that is George Washington University?
I mean, George Washington, as we saw in week 1 with that reverse sweep, John, they're a very momentum-based team. If you can find a way to stunt that momentum, if you can find a way, if they go on a 2-goal run, find a way to slow them down, slow down that pace, and then eventually pull a goal back, whether it be from a counterattack where they make a mistake and you see an opening through the midfielder in the goal. Maybe you end up taking a long shot that pours them back and ends up making them a bit more defensive. You have to take them off kilter. It's all about momentum with this team, and you got to find a way to knock them off that momentum.
I mean, really, I want to see Catholic kind of revert to the way they were handling GW in the first 2 minutes of this match. It was still a very close game, a lot of back and forth action. They were able to keep up with GW and kind of make them, kind of punish them a little bit for pressing too far up, sending 2 players into the offensive end and keeping 1 player all the way up at midfield. Kind of like a high press that you see in soccer, being that ultra aggressive team, you're really susceptible to the counterattack. And we saw Catholic White really kind of take it back to pardon me, losing my train of thought here. They were able to keep up with George Washington there in the first 2 minutes, but it just felt like George Washington was able to adapt to those changes that Catholic White was throwing at them. So overall, I thought it was a good first 2 minutes for Catholic White, but that's the style of play I want to see from Catholic White for all 5 minutes, and maybe we can make this a series.
Right, and part of it is Catholic's decision, John, but part of it is also GW. GW turned up the pace as we got later in the game. They were finding ways to upset, and I mean, honestly, Catholic was trying to clear a couple of those balls out, and GW just turns them the other way. And in doing so, whether they got a shot off, whether they got a pass off, it seemed like time and time again they found an open goal or a slightly open goal and found a way for Stengel to find that angle. Where one way or another, things ended up happening in favor of GW in those final minutes. So yes, Catholic can change things up and try to go back to the first 2 minutes, but they also got to find a way to slow GW down to do so.
All right, so we'll see if Catholic White is able to make those changes here in game 2. 12 seconds in, and it's fair for Catholic going on the attack first, but Stengel, the follow-up, and Nick will score from distance. Catholic striking first. Joey, so far so good if you're rooting for Catholic.
Yeah, this is the way, if you're Catholic, this is the way you want to start off this game. You come out, you let GW score early first in game 1. How do you take some of that momentum away from them? You come out and score first in game 2. They're able to get the job done here. Now they have to keep the pressure up. Do not let GW get into that swing of things. Continue to pour that ball at them. Play aggressive.
Stengel plays off the side wall. They're in danger. It's Bear striking for Catholic White, and it's 2-0 over GW. Those changes coming to fruition here in game number 2.
Yeah, Catholic putting a little bit of curve on that ball, and it ended up going into Stengel's path. Stengel puts it off the wall. I don't think the angle he was expecting it to, and it ended up bouncing right back in front of goal. It ended up being a greatly centered ball from George Washington to Catholic White. Catholic White capitalized on it and puts it away for their second goal. Up 2-0, 4:23 left to go here in game 2.
Kale playing the ball into the corner, defensive end looking to get it through midfield, but GW starting to press. Will play it back into the corner. Stengel looking to send it around. Kale will get there for the clearance. It's a long-range clearance, and it will go in. May have been touched by a GW player. It may have been on target regardless. It's 3-0 for Catholic.
And not only are you happy if you're Catholic because you're up by 3 goals here, but you're happy because GW is not able to settle in. This GW team has not done super well if they get off pace. It's all about momentum with them. It's all about continuing the momentum and pouring on their shots. Catholic not giving them the opportunities to so far. If they can just keep this up, if they can keep stunting the growth of GW here in the game, if they don't allow that fluid passing that we know GW for, then this easily becomes an opportunity for Catholic to find a way.
Stengel pulling one back for GW. A great pickup from midfield. Turn that into a shot. And GW's first goal here in game 2 cuts the lead to 2.
And that's one of those disadvantages of playing so aggressive like Catholic. You end up with opportunities where there's no one in goal. Bear trying to make his way back there in time. Slightly late, though. And in doing so, he does give up a goal there. Catholic White now 3-1, 3:46 left. Still up by 2 over GW in game 2.
Stengel back in the defensive corner. Gets picked off by Bear. Catholic looking to get their 3-goal lead back. Six looking to clear at the zone. Nick will play it back in. All 3 players back on defense for GW. Catholic looks to play it off the backboard. The shot, the follow-up from Bear will go. And it's 4-1 for Catholic.
Bear once again, Kale off the wall. Beautiful pass there, centers it perfectly. Six gets on the end of it, but unfortunately not able to clear it out in time as Bear just forces it through. Finds the way to get the ball across the line. 4-1 Catholic, 3:25 left. Catholic up by 3.
Stengel looking to try to pull him back. Kale goes up, a beautiful save. Stick takes out Nick. GW now down by 3. Catholic looking to pour more on. A beautiful save by Stengel, getting back in time. Great rotation. Now Stengel along the side wall gets pressed. Bear with a beautiful clearance back through midfield. Catholic White, this is a whole different Catholic White team, it feels like, from what we saw in game 1. Stengel looking to pick it up midfield, can't get a clean hit. Now it's Kale going up. Sticks is there. We'll get there first for the clearance. Scheme back into the corner. Sticks off the side wall, looking for Scheme again. Now the offensive end. Now Bear with the clearance. Back and forth. We'll pass 30-plus seconds here between both teams. GW trying to find a way to get themselves back into this. Under the halfway mark. Bear drops it down through midfield. Game plays it into the corner. Bear will intercept. Gets the clearance through midfield. It's Kale looking to flip it on target. Sends it wide. Off the ceiling, looks to drop it down. Six is there, gets the save on to Nick. Ball through midfield, Stengel to the side wall. Kale's gonna pick it up. Looking to add on to their advantage of 3 goals so far, under 2 minutes to go. Bear intercepts the ball once again. Now GW is struggling to get the ball out of their defensive end. It's all Catholic right now. Kale shot a beautiful curve, kisses the post and in. It's Catholic White 5, GW 1.
Yeah, once again, a clearance being the result of it. Sticks coming over here, trying to clear it off the wall. Unfortunately, Catholic turns it back the other way. GW not able to clear it out in time as Catholic finds their 5th. Now up by 4, 1:22 left to go. John, this feels like an exact mirror of what we saw in Game 1 between these two teams.
It really is. It feels like they both just switched sides here. Just the intensity that Catholic White is coming out with. Where was this in Game 1? They played the first 2 minutes, it was absolutely fantastic, but the last 3 minutes kind of fell apart. This is the Catholic White team we know and love, and they're taking it to GW here in Game 2, looking to even the series up.
Absolutely. It started out looking like Catholic White of Week 3, and then now it's quickly become Catholic White of Weeks 1 and 2. They're bringing that ultra-aggressive style back. They're not waiting back. They're bringing it right to their opponents, and so far here in Game 2, it's working out very well for them as they find themselves up by 4. 45 seconds left to go here in Game 2.
Nick plays the ball to Kale, gets the clearance. Just over 30 seconds left here in Game 2. Bear with a shot will go wide, 30 seconds. The follow-up sets it up for Kale. Kale can't get there. In fact, Kale does, but Scheme is perfectly positioned, picks up the save. 20 seconds to go. Ball played onto the side wall, Sticks picks it up for GW, 10 seconds to go. The follow-up shot from Stengel won't go. Sticks will play it back in, 5 seconds, looks to play it down. It plays it too far wide, Scheme looks to pick it up. Time will not be on their side as Catholic White will take the win and here in Game 2 and even the series up at 1 apiece. Joey, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the same Catholic team that we saw in Game 1, right? Like they didn't like trade places with anybody. They didn't have any roster swaps or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like it, does it? I mean, the aggression just absolutely mirroring and reversing. In Game 1, GW was the aggressive team. They were the team finding opportunities, continuing to get shots off here and there. This game, it's the exact opposite. Catholic was the team finding the aggression, finding the way to get their shots off. GW having a tough time answering, and because of that, we end up with almost mirrored score lines exactly from what we saw in Game 1 with GW dominating in Game 2 here with Catholic White doing the same. Now we have Game 3, though. The equalizer potentially coming out here. Both tied at 1-1 in the series. Who's going to come out in Game 3 and find that advantage, possibly to force a Game 4 later down the road, or maybe even a Game 5 if these teams continue their reversal up. But Game 3 will be pivotal either way.
Game 3 underway, 20 seconds in, scoreless so far. We'll see if GW will be able to respond from a very impressive turnaround from Catholic White in Game 2. Ball's played back into Catholic's defensive end. It's Kale on the side wall. Bear follows up from midfield off the backboard. Catholic has a chance. Up drop back, a strong rebound. It's Stengel in the corner challenging Bear. Flies back towards midfield. The follow-up shot, Bear perfectly positioned. Pushes it aside. Almost a full 60 seconds in, and we haven't had a goal as of yet. Kale looks to get the clearance, but Sticks intercepts and keeps the ball in. GW trying to change the tone from how Game 2 ended. Scheme, the drop shot sneaks under the crossbar. It's on the goal line and will be tapped in. GW striking first at the 3:42 mark. GW 1, Catholic White 0.
A little bit over a minute to plan that one out, but Scheme getting the job done in the end, John. That was a clinic right there on how to play aerially. The beautiful flip, the last minute swipe, and then eventually the tap in for the goal. GW up 1-0, 3:40 left to go here in Game 3. But if the trend continues of whoever scores first wins the game, GW is looking good so far here in Game 3.
Six backtracking scheme, looking for that back post, won't get it. Kale is there. Stangle with the follow-up. Kale looking to clear the defensive end for Catholic. Six plays it hard off the side wall. Nick's going up. Scheme into the corner. Finds Stangle. GW looking to add on to their goal lead. Not comfortable sitting at a 1-0 lead. Team looking to make something happen near post. Bears trying to backflip the ball out. It's Kale. End over end, getting the clearance. Allows GW to backtrack. Bear takes out Sticks. The follow-up shot, Kale looking to even it up. Won't get it to go. Bear will play back off the backboard, looking for that centering feed. Just mistimed it. Stangle now looking to go the other way. Keeps it in the air. Kale with great rotation and great interception. Not out of danger yet. Bear plays it back out through midfield. Both teams neck and neck here in game 3. We are tied at 1 apiece in the series. One team looking to go up 2-1, going on to match point after a win here in game 3. Will it be George Washington? Scheme wants to double the lead to try to make it so. Bear now through midfield. Right, and that will be pushed off. A beautiful save from Scheme. My goodness, under 2 to go, and the tie game was almost tied.
Yeah, that was a really big misplay coming out there from the side of George Washington. They ended up pinning 2 players on the wall there, and they have to get the clearance in that situation. They weren't able to. It left them with a wide open goal. Lucky for them, a player was able to get back in time, but that easily could have become an equalizer for Catholic.
Off the backboard, Sticks was looking for the drop-down shot. Can't get it to go. Stangle now putting the pressure back. Just over 1:30 to go. Game 3 still within the reach for Catholic. Just need to find that game-tying goal. Kale's looking for it. Going up top, hits the upper 90. Can't get it to go. Catholic just inches away from possibly tying this game. Now it's Bear. The side of the car, the flip back has a chance. Pushed aside. GW back on defense, looking for that clearance. Scheme pushing one player off to the side. Now the ball into the corner. Stangle looks to play it around. Kale is there to keep it in the corner. 1 minute to go. It is still 1-0 for GW. Catholic White looking for the equalizer. Off the side wall, it could go the distance. Bear can't get there, and Sticks will tap it in. Makes it 2-0 for GW.
That is a huge goal coming out once again. The clearance was almost there. They almost had the ability to push it toward the middle. Unfortunately, just slightly off timing-wise, and because of it, GW gets a long shot off, and in the end, it rolls over that goal line. It is a huge goal as it doubles that lead. Now up by 2, 45 seconds left to work with. Catholic can still score here, but GW now starting to get that momentum once again flowing back in their favor as we saw in game 1.
35 seconds to go. GW feeling pretty good with a 2-0 lead. 30 seconds to go. Maybe not out of danger yet with the way we've seen goals scored today in week 4 action. I have to feel pretty good with how little goals have been scored. They have been coming at a premium, it feels like. Just unable to get it to go for multiple teams here, for both teams, pardon me. Just can't get multiple goals. Probably one of our lowest scoring goals of the game. Scheme looking to drop it in, will send it wide. 5 seconds left. Catholic White unfortunately unable to hold on to that momentum from game 2. GW bouncing back will take the series lead 2-1 over Catholic White in a very close game 3.
Yeah, John, you mentioned that we didn't see many goals there in game 3. I'm okay with that. We saw a high-scoring goal count in game 1 and game 2. Game 1, GW putting up quite a few. Game 2, Catholic putting up quite a few. This one, yes, they weren't quite falling as much. GW only putting up 2 across the board, but we've seen so many shots come out. It was much more back and forth than game 1 and game 2, and I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, there's, high-scoring games, which is fun to watch because who doesn't like watching goals get scored? And then there's this really good high-pace, high-energy, back-and-forth games that tend to be a little low-scoring, but the action is still there. All those close calls, all those close goals, all those amazing saves. Joey, is just as exciting as an 8-7 game. I would argue maybe be a little bit more exciting than an 8-7 game, personally. But regardless, we are seeing a show put on between both GW and Catholic University of America's white team. I expect to see the exact same thing here in Game 4. High intensity play between both of these teams. and we'll see if Catholic White can force game 5.
Absolutely, and if we stick with the trends here, whoever scores first has gone on to win the game, and the other trend we saw was GW wins, then Catholic wins, then GW wins. So given that trend, we should see Catholic score first here and go on to win the game. We'll see if GW is able to change the future here and potentially keep things going in their direction to possibly close things out here in game 4, the 3-1 victory.
Back in the defensive end, Scheme looking to pinch the ball near post, won't get it to go. Stengel looks to drop it down. Nick with the clearance through midfield. Scheme with a beautiful interception keeps GW on the attack. Now Kale with the clearance has a chance. Stengel back in time, gets the save and pushes the ball to safety. The follow-up near post. Scheme is there. Both teams high-flying action, looking to be the aggressor. Maybe they realize who scored first. Historically so far wins. And Joey, it's Stengel striking for GW. They are up 1-0 with 3:48 to go.
There we go. One of the trends has been broken, at least so far. We don't really know what the result of this game. It could end up with a Catholic win after GW scores. But if the trend continues this way, GW will end up breaking the back and forth win record and go on to win this one out 3-1. Now, with that being said, John, there's a lot of time left in this. Catholic White showed us in game 2 that they can be ultra aggressive as well. They can bring it right to GW. We see them playing up in this game as well into the final third. But so far, GW has done a good job of turning them away and taking the shots back to the other side.
Now Stengel through midfield, looking for the long-range shot, looking for the deflection down, hits the crossbar. GW looking to increase their lead. Now it's Catholic going on the attack, the centering feed. Bear can't get back around. Might have run out of boost. Now it's Kale off the side wall. Lays it down. Defender got there in time for GW, pushes it aside. Catholic still looking to tie the game up. 3 minutes to do it. Off the side wall, it's Bear with the clearance. Approaching the halfway mark, only 1 goal has been scored so far. Dix looking for goal number 2 for GW. Scheme going up, has full boost, has the chance. Looks to play it off the backboard, and Bear is perfectly positioned to play it into the corner. Bear will slam the ball into the back wall, looking for that clearance, has a teammate. Stengel looking for the follow-up, the bounce shot, pushed aside by Kale. Ball played back around, it's gonna drop down. Nick and Bear both there.
Catholic's doing a really good job defending here, Tom. They just continue to turn the ball away, but eventually the dam is going to break. I had a feeling it was coming right there. Stengel eventually putting it in. 6 going up. Schemes taking it off the wall, putting it in the middle, and Stengel finding the angle, putting the goal away, doubling the lead 2-0. 2:10 left to go here in game 4, and George Washington continuing to pour in those shots, continuing to pour in that aggression. While Catholic has shown little glimpses of it here and there in game 4, they haven't been able to get much done, but they got to do it here quickly as we're down to 2 minutes left.
The pressure from GW, reminiscent of the pressure we saw from game 1 in that dominant performance. GW just on attack mode, shot after shot. Stengel, the shot near post, won't get it to go. The follow-up will tap in. It's Stengel making it 3-0 for George Washington.
Making it 3-0 in game 4 and possibly 3-1 in this series if they can hold on here. 1:46 left to go here in game 4. But so far, it's been pretty much all GW for most of this game. They continue to be in that final third. They continue to take shots. If they don't end up going through, they find a way to cycle back through and pass it once again. The aerial play has been on point here in game 4. So far, very little going in favor of Catholic, but they really got to turn it up here to try to get something going.
Catholic has just under 1:30 to try to turn this around. They're being held goalless in game 3, struggling to find a goal here in game 4 as well. Down by 3, Bear looking to try to get one back. Stengel will pick it up. Kale looks to play it back in. Scheme gets the clearance, finding Stengel into the corner. Scheme, that's going to roll all the way back. Can Bear get there in time? It will go in, and Catholic is on the board. 57 seconds to go. They're now down by just 2.
Big goal coming out from Bear, only down by 2, as you said, John, and plenty of time still to work with here. About a minute left on the clock here in Game 4. Now, it's not going to be easy. Again, GW bringing a lot of shots out here in Game 4, but if Catholic can do that twice more, about 30 seconds apiece to get it done, they could tie things up and force an OT.
50 seconds to go. Can Catholic pull it back? Bear wins possession of the ball. Stengel with the follow-up, still stuck towards midfield. Scheme will play it back to Sticks for the clearance. It will go the distance, and it's going to drop in. That is not what you want if you are trying to make a comeback. It's now 4-1 after that Sticks long-range goal.
And I thought this was Rocket League, but that looked like a snipe coming out. I thought we dropped in a war zone for a second, John. Sticks, an absolutely beautiful shot all the way back from his final third, right in front of goal, getting the job done. Now up by 3. Again, Catholic still has time to respond, but it's getting cut more and more, and now another goal to find.
30 seconds to go. 3 goals per 10 seconds. That's a tall order. Stengel and GW keeping the ball in Catholic's defensive end. Now through midfield, stalemate. Sticks will play it back into Catholic's defensive end. It's Sticks going on the attack now. Under 10 seconds to go. GW looks like they will go to hold on. Nick with the save. Won't be too much other than the fact that it's only going to keep it 4-1. Well, we're going to play a little extended play here. We're going to see how long they keep the ball off the ground. But regardless, GW will hold on for the win.
We'll Rocket League hot potato coming in here at the end.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if they can keep it. They will not be able to keep it off the ground. 4-1 will be your final score here in Game 4. 3-1 overall, the series win for George Washington.